All right, Ken, you ready?
I think I'm ready. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Ken McBee, Vice President of Driver Retention, coming live to you from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey, and you got Andrew Mier with VP of Owner Operator Retention and also with Company Retention with Ken on his team. Coming to you from San Diego, California.
Great. Glad everyone can join us today. We had a few different topics we wanted to talk about. One of the first ones we wanted to talk about was Driver Appreciation Week. Driver Appreciation Week will be the week of September 14th. Look forward to seeing everybody. It is somewhat of a revised schedule, we'll say, more of the social distancing aspect in a lot of our terminals. Unfortunately, with COVID going on and all the things around America, we wanted to make sure that we keep everybody safe. We have put together, we'll have box lunches or they'll be cooked, live there really, but we'll put them in to-go containers. We'll make sure we have some driver gifts for you. We definitely have some drawings that we'll do nationally and locally at depending at the terminals you're at. So, and that's through a randomizer is the way we'll do it. So, hey, before we've heard some feedback like, hey, I didn't make it to the terminal, so I've never been able to be a part of that. We're going to pull all the driver codes and we'll figure out the gifts. More to come that we'll be showing that on the portal pages in the near future to show the gifts that we have available or the prizes. So pretty good news there. Unfortunately, like I said, we do have to go to this revised schedule, but hey, we're going to make it as fun as we can. Please participate at the terminals. At least come by and slap everybody high five and say hello. That virtual high five, of course, right? But yeah, so that's what we have for Driver Appreciation Week. Andy, did you have anything on that?
No, I would just like to say, there's we've gotten a lot of feedback about it. It is not, obviously for the office people. They do want to join in the celebration, for the drivers and the owners. So we rely on them to help us, with the presentation of whatever that we're handing out, whatever the food is, presenting the food. So, it's one big team. We're just happy to have you. We know that COVID is, thrown us some other challenges, including with this Driver Appreciation Week. But Ken and his team have, done a great job of trying to come up with a way to keep it going and, get you guys some good stuff along the way. And, we do want to try to recognize everybody. As Ken said, we'll have some people who work late with box lunches and dinners, and we do want to try to hit it, as many of the drivers and owners as we can, because we appreciate what you're doing out there.
Definitely. All right. Our next topic would be terminal improvements. Hey, we heard your voice really about a year and a half ago that our terminals needed some upgrades or improvements. We saw that at our terminals. I would tell you that our leadership staff has made a huge commitment to improve the terminals. I think you guys are starting to see them. I don't have the exact list in front of me right now, but I would tell you that I know Denver and Jonestown and Gary and El Paso and a lot of these different places have got a lot of their terminal done already, or their driver's lounge, and we've gone to that open market feel. So therefore, you have some healthier sandwiches and other things in there. Also, new laundry facilities, more personalized showers, individual showers. So I think that's all great. We're getting there. I think over the next year, you'll see a lot more get done. The great thing is part of the other thing that we heard from everybody was, hey, we really want our trucks clean. We want to be proud of where we work and what we do and take care of our equipment. We've invested quite a bit of money in a lot of our truck washes, so you should see upgraded truck washes in LA, Phoenix, Atlanta, Edwardsville, Lancaster, Memphis, and the next one's on the list soon to come are Lathrop, Laredo, and Jonestown, and we'll continue to do that. So therefore, stop through those places. They should be working. Everything should be good. There is high volume through there, so things still break. So please be understand if something happens. But if you see something like that and things aren't working properly, go to the terminal leader for that terminal. Let them know. so they can get somebody out there. We've signed a contract for maintenance on them, so hopefully the terminals that have all of the truck washes will be functioning and running well for now to the long term. So.
I would also like to comment on the terminal improvements that we've seen so far. You and I were out in Edwardsville when they were getting started with that terminal improvement, and it's just they've really changed everything around with the showers and the driver's center and the driver's room. We've put in a lot of these self-serve markets so that you guys can get something to eat on the go or take with you in the truck. Some of the terminals are getting workout facilities so that you guys can use the workout facility. We know it's tough when you're out on the road to get those workouts in. So really nice job by leadership to get all the terminals scheduled that they have scheduled, and they tried to start with the ones that needed it the most in the beginning. So if it hasn't come to your terminal yet, it's definitely on the list, I would say. And great improvements to the shower areas and the where you guys want to get ready, and you got your own personal stall and shower and get ready areas. So these are really some nice improvements that the leadership has thrown out there. So let us know if you see stuff still that needs to be improved, and we can work on making sure that those are on the list.
Perfect. One of the other topics we had was million-mile trucks. We've expanded the million-mile program. As everybody knows, we've revamped that, whether it be bonuses, the swag, other things that we've done with the million-mile folks. So the latest is we want to make sure that if you're a million-miler, that we get you a truck, the make that you want and the color that you want. Now, the color is within reason. We do have a color wheel that we think touches most of the colors you'd be interested in, that we've sent those samples out to all of the terminals, even to a lot of the on-sites. So what I would tell you is please take that 6x6 painted piece of plastic there, and it's just there's a whole handful of them. Take them outside. Make sure you like the color once you get this notification that you're next in line, and make sure that you pick the color that you would like. We'll get the truck ordered. It does take anywhere from 60 to 90 days to get the truck in. I would tell you we started at the very top with our 3 million milers, or we had one 4 million miler, but we've transitioned down and we're into the 2s and starting in the 1s. We're getting ready here in the next week and a half to send out the next big 300. It comes by text message where you can put in your terminal, your name, and the color that you want. So that should be coming soon, and we're going to transition down. It will take us a couple years, probably total, the rest of this year and next year, to get through our million milers. So great news, we have quite a few of them. But then we'll keep that going, so you'll be able to choose that color and make of the truck that you want whenever you're done with the life cycle of the truck. So we feel it's a really good thing. All of the new trucks definitely come with refrigerators and all the upgrades that we can put in them. So appreciate that, and just more to come. Look for, if you're the million miler, look for a text coming in the near future where you can pick that.
I would just like to add on that million mile program. We've had a lot of feedback from our owner operators. We are working on a recognition program for our million milers in the owner operator division. So just stay tuned, and we will have some announcements coming on that.
And Andy, we think those announcements will be probably before driver appreciation, right, here in the near future.
Yes, sir. Before or at driver appreciation.
Excellent. That's exciting. All right.
Okay, so next up, we wanted to talk a little bit about this owner-operator MRP lease program. You may have seen there was a post on transmission. Also, it went out on Facebook and LinkedIn, but this is a program that we've brought to Swift. I don't know that it's ever been at Swift before. It allows you to purchase a 2016 Freightliner that's 3-4 years old. It's got some miles on it, but still has lots of miles left. The nice part about this program is you're contributing to the maintenance of the truck. So there's a whole program set up with there's a 20% deductible, I think, on the larger items that need to be fixed, but some of the smaller stuff is included in your maintenance package, such as B services, PM services, whatever the services that the truck needs when that time comes up. So it's a really good program. It's a 3-year program, I believe. It's it's got a small payout at the end where you could own the truck, and that definitely once you own that truck, and then as a business person, that's one less lease payment that you have, so you can make more out on the road once you own your own truck outright. So really a good program. We've got the number below. Feel free to reach out to any of our owner operator business advisors. They all have it. I wanted to make sure before I got on this feed that we have trucks available. We do have trucks available. So if you're interested in that, if you're a company driver with a year's worth of experience and you're thinking about becoming an owner operator, I think this is a great step into the program. So look us up, see what we can do, and purchase your own truck. Become a business owner. If you have questions on that, send them to us, reach out to us. Like I said, we'll give you the 800 number. I did want to address one question that did come in about owner operators in California. A lot of you probably have seen here lately that the AB5 rule with the Uber drivers and the Lyft drivers got upheld. So it is on hold right now, but that has nothing to do with us leasing trucks in California. Unfortunately, California has made it impossible for us to have independent contractors in that state. We would love to have you back if you don't live in California. We have other states that we can lease a truck to you. It is not a Swift thing. It is, it's a state of California issue that unfortunately we can't get around. So, if you don't live in California and you want to own a truck, reach out to us.
All right. So one of the last things we'll touch on, then we'll take some questions here, is your voice will be heard. Is our topic. So whether it's this kind of venue, voice your choice, surveys, whatever you're seeing, please participate more than ever in them. I would tell you that we are collecting that data, and that's the stuff we're pushing forward on as initiatives of things we need to work on. I'll give you some for instances. A lot of it we've heard lately, and we can give you an update here in the near future on home time, trailers, things like that. This is stuff that we see. We know that there are issues that we're addressing in the background. And I would tell you that whether it's even ECT and hold times, those type of things, we're walking through that. We are actually even having our terminal leaders and other leadership staff call in at certain times, see what their experience is. Our goal is always to put ourselves in the driver's shoe and understand what you're going through. So many of us have drove in the past, and a lot of us need to really understand like where you're at and what you go through. So we're trying to make sure that we understand that. And I see a lot of the comments in there that those are some of the things that are important to you. And I assure you we're looking at them, we're addressing them, but please keep filling out surveys, giving us the information we need as we ask, because we're making changes. I think you've seen many of changes that we've made in the last year, and most of all of it was off your feedback. So please continue to give that to us.
One of those changes that you made, Ken, was with the driver leaders and the owner operator consultants, making sure they have all their information in the system so that they are accessible for the drivers and the owners. That's really your first line of defense. Hopefully your driver leader or your fleet leader or your terminal leader can get your issues addressed. And if you can bring those issues to them, that would be great. If they don't get answered there, voice your choice is a great avenue. We ask that all the voice your choices be returned within 24 hours. Is that correct, Ken?
Correct.
Yeah, positive, negative, no matter the case. Hey, and don't be afraid to leave a positive comment out there when you see something that you do like, or you're in a terminal and the terminal's nice and clean and everybody, greeted you and was friendly, kind of like a Walmart or something. But, give us that feedback, and we definitely read those and answer those and act upon those. So I know I just saw a couple of comments about on-road. I've got one that I'm working on today from Facebook that was left out there. Facebook probably isn't the first choice, if we could go through our driver leader and then our fleet leader and terminal leader, but I will get the answers, or we'll get it addressed, as quick as we can. We want you up and repaired and on the road as soon as we can. Trust me, we don't want the trucks down anywhere on the side of the road.
Yeah, I do notice a comment in there from Killen Skin 777. If you could reply with your truck number or your full name, would definitely like to get a hold of you. It says voice your choice has been down. We've got a ton of voice your choices coming in every week. So just want to see if I can help you, and I'll give you a call myself to see where it is you're trying to submit them, or see what the problem is. We're still getting quite a few every day. So, all right, Andy, any comments or questions here?
I didn't see any other comments. There's a few in there about the truck washes. We've heard you on that. We're working on that to get that addressed as soon as we can. Those machines are expensive, and we're trying to put in as many as we can as quick as we can. But other than that, I don't see anything else out there, Ken.
Well, and I see a couple of comments. Hey, one of them said it'd be nice if they were actually open. The terminals that I gave you are open. Phoenix, LA, Atlanta, Edwardsville, Lancaster, Memphis. They're open, should be functioning and working every day. If they're not, please get with the terminal leader while you're there. Again, Lathrop, Laredo, and Jonestown is to come, but they should be open and working. I see some other comments too on colors. I would encourage you, whether you're 100,000, 10,000, or even 400,000 miles away, go look at the color selection that we chose for you. If you don't see one that you like, it's worth a conversation. Now, we're probably not going to go buy 10 canary yellow trucks, but if it's a color that you're very passionate about, we'll listen. So please go look at what we've chose. A lot of people are picking, or they're happy with the colors we got. So start thinking about it ahead of time. Yeah, forest green is definitely one of them, I believe. Even like the scarlet or the gray, or there's all kinds. In fact, I had just taken them back to work. Otherwise, I had a whole list of them I could have showed you. But really good color samples, and things coming for the near future with those.
Yeah, it was interesting to see some of the most popular colors were still the Swift blue or royal blue and diamond white, right?
Yep. I see Jessica Mendoza. If you're part of the wreck recovery division, does the million mile apply to you? Yes, it does. The million mile applies to anybody that's drove a million miles. So whether you're dedicated, refrigerated, flatbed, wreck recovery, whatever it is, it applies. So we will definitely celebrate with you as we get there. Okay. Any other things that you see?
I don't. There's a few comments about ECT or after hours. We're aware of some situations there that we're working through and consolidating that and working on better response times from ECT. It is difficult. You usually have a smaller support crew at nights and on the weekends, but it's still, we want to be able to help those that are having problems. I would encourage you to do as much as you can, during the day shift when the day crew is there. fully staffed, it's a little bit better that way. But we understand that it doesn't. This business runs, 24/7, 365. So we have heard you on that. And we are working on that. Would that be a correct statement, Ken?
Correct. I do see one question there. Will Lancaster be one of the terminals getting a gym? The answer is yes, they will. It'll be on the second floor as soon as we get done with all the remodel of the driver's lounge and first floor. Let's see here. I also saw.
Well, I'm going to jump in while you're looking. Load board is on there a couple times, Tim. I see a comment from you. We are still working on the load board. Unfortunately, it's taken us, longer than we wanted to get this thing up and going, but it is coming. It's almost embarrassing how long it's taken, but I can trust you or trust me that we're working on it. And, as soon as we have something, we will be putting it out there for you guys and letting you take a look at it and test it and help us out with it. But it is still in the works.
I do see Jawan Thompson. I'm a 6-year CDL holder with no experience. Would Swift hire me? Yes, please just go through the hiring process. There's a lot of different facets to that. As long as you meet our standards, we're more than happy to hire you. If it takes sending you out with a mentor, we'll train you. We have academies, if not, also. So each situation seems to be really unique. So the answer is yes. But definitely get with our recruiting staff and we can go through that. Also see some questions about, is there a portal where you see available what to move around? I'm guessing what you're talking about is different divisions or different, like refrigerated versus flatbed. Here's what I would tell you is, being from the retention side, the two of us, I would make sure that if you're having a problem in one of your divisions, say for instance, I'm in dry and I've worked there for 6 months, I think you always should give any opportunity that you're doing at least 6 months. There's a learning factor in there. And let's just say that, hey, I feel like I've mastered it, or I use the analogy, this is like a carpenter putting tools in their tool belt. So after 6 months, hey, I think I want to try reefer now. You're more than welcome to call your fleet leader and tell them that, hey, I'd like to try reefer and this is why, and they'll get you over to that group and we can get you transferred. Or, hey, possibly after refrigerated, I want to try flatbed. Just know that we have a lot of suites of services. We know that changes in lifestyle happen. When those things happen, it's not on the portal, but we do have a placement center. I don't have the 800 number right in front of me, but what I tell you is if you just call the main line and ask for the placement center, there's a group of ladies there that are more than willing to help you. They have our whole book of business. They can tell you what's available in your area, whether local, over the road, regional, and what fits best for you. So when you do have those changes in your lifestyle, or you do just want to change, period, those are folks definitely to call.
There is a comment. Do we have a Columbus, Ohio terminal? Yes, we do. We have a very good terminal in Columbus that is, I believe, getting a remodel as we speak.
Yes.
Yep. So reach out to Francine's our terminal leader there if you're interested in, driving a truck out of that area. That would be great.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you run into a facilities issue, you can always text 474747 with where you're at, take photos, and they'll jump right on it. The next day, they will definitely, they have different leaders in different areas that they'll address those issues. I think we've addressed a lot of these comments. More to come. We're going to try to do these more often, whether at least once a month or more often than that. So we'll try to make sure you send any topics possibly you want us to address in the future, or we can. I think it would be great for us to give you a list of things we're working on and maybe updates monthly or quarterly, just so you know we are hearing you and we're addressing those things. So with that, I appreciate you guys joining us today. We thank you for everything you do. We look forward. Hopefully, I'll see some of you at least passing through, and Andy will too, for driver appreciation here in the next few weeks. And thank you for everything we do, or everything you do, and we appreciate you so much.
Yep. Thank you.